Welcome back. Last video I discussed about how to take the logarithm and the anti-logarithm. Now the next concept is the reaction quotient. And it is represented by a symbol capital Q. So what is it? Just see here, AA plus BB gives CC into DD. So if I write the rate law for the forward and the backward reaction, R forward is equal to K into A into B, which are raised to A and B. For the backward, RB is equal to KB into C to the power C into D to the power D. And remember here, if I write this, rate of forward equal to rate of backward, then I get the equilibrium constant K is equal to C to the power C into D to the power D divided by A to the power A into B to the power B. And this equation will be there based on this only. And this will be an equilibrium. Whereas at any time of the reaction, if I write this equation, C to the power C into D to the power D divided by A to the power A into B to the power B, this is called as reaction quotient. So for the reaction quotient and equilibrium, the equation is the same. And remember, at equilibrium, K is equal to Q. Note of this. At equilibrium, equilibrium constant and the reaction quotient are equal to each other. Here, AA plus BB giving CC plus DD. What is Q is equal to C to the power C into D to the power D, A to the power A into D to the power D. Now see here, Q is equal to K, then reaction is at equilibrium. If the reaction quotient is equal to the equilibrium constant, reaction is at equilibrium. See, for the reaction AA plus BB giving CC plus DD. I can write the Q as Q is equal to C to the power C into D to the power D divided by A to the power A into B to the power B. So Q is equal to K, then equilibrium. Reaction is at equilibrium. Now Q is greater than K, you see. Then what happened? See, Q is greater than K means I should have CC. I should have the C and the D concentration more, because equilibrium constant also K is equal to C to the power C into D to the power D divided by A to the power A into B to the power B. So Q is greater than K means definitely this concentration should be more, this concentration should be less. Means when the Q is greater than K, forward reaction is favored. Note on this. When the Q is greater than K, forward reaction is favored. Now, when Q is less than K, what happens here? Q is less than K means this value should be lesser than this value. See here, equation wise, both have C to the power C into D to the power D divided by A to the power A into B to the power B. Q is lesser means what should happen? This C and the D concentration should be lesser, A and the B concentration should be higher. Means A and B concentration higher means the backward reaction is favored. Backward reaction favored. Note on this. So Q greater than K, forward. Q less than K, backward. Note on this. Then Q is equal to K, equilibrium. They may give certain values. I already want to discuss one problem also. See the previous videos. They have given that C, D, A, B concentration. They have given the equilibrium constant also. They ask whether the reaction is favorable in the forward or the backward reaction, etc. So, that time get the quotient value, reaction quotient value, Q value, and see whether it is greater than the given equilibrium constant or lesser than the equilibrium constant or equal to equilibrium constant, and decide. So, Q greater than K, forward reaction favor. Q less than K, backward reaction favor. Q is equal to K, equilibrium. I will represent this one pictorially. Just here. This is for equilibrium constant, you see. This is for reaction quotient. Reaction quotient is greater than the equilibrium constant. Means in this, forward is favorable. Forward reaction favorable. Why I am writing with the diagram is, when the pictorial representation is there, then it is easy to remember. So this one is Q, this is K. Q is greater. Now, second one. This is K, equilibrium constant. This is for reaction quotient. What is that? They are equal. So at equilibrium, it is at equilibrium. The reaction is at equilibrium. Both are equal. K and Q are equal. Now see here. This is for Q, this is for K, equilibrium constant. See here, reaction quotient is lesser, equilibrium constant is small, reversible reaction is favorable. Note it properly. Lesser value of Q is the reactant concentration mode, which will be given by the reversible reaction. See, next concept is relationship between standard free energy change and equilibrium constant. Before giving a relation, I should know what is the meaning of standard free energy change. Standard free energy change is represented by symbol delta G naught. Free energy is represented by G. Delta G is free energy change. And the relation is delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log Kc or Kp. Important. See, calculation of the standard energy change or the equilibrium constant or temperature can be there in the competitive exams. So, before derive this equation or how I obtain this equation, I should know the term what is the meaning of free energy. See, free energy means, don't say that the energy which is freely available, because English meaning says free energy means which is free. Buy one, get one free means you are getting it freely, that is your second one. So, if the energy is freely available over there, then it is free energy, etc. No. See, amount from the total energy which is available to do useful work, that is called as free energy. Amount from the total energy available to do useful work, whereas non-available, it is called as unavailable energy only. Simple case. See, I am writing it by on this part. And you say here, some stones of around 25 kg was there here. One stone piece. I have the sufficient energy to lift that one and keep it aside. I could have kept this one side. Then I could have drew my bike further. But what are you doing? After coming here, I will stay back here. So I have the energy, but whatever the energy present with me was not utilized for doing the useful work, that is lifting this stone. That becomes the unavailable energy. See, I may have the two, very nice and very high energy over there. To lift this, no need to put my whole energy. So, from my total energy, what is the energy used to lift this one, that will be the free energy. So, amount of energy which is available to do useful work, that is called as free energy. And the symbol for free energy is the already mentioned. Now, what is free energy change? Say, this is reactant giving the product. Definitely, before the reaction, they have the energy, we call it as GR. After reaction, they have the energy GP. The difference between this, that is called the free energy change. Delta G is equal to GP minus GR. Free energy of the product minus free energy of the reactant, that is called as delta G. Now, what do you mean by standard free energy change delta G naught? If I measure the free energy change at 298 Kelvin in the thermodynamic, whatever standard temperature and pressure is not 273 Kelvin, it is 298 Kelvin or 25 degrees Celsius and 1 atm pressure, then this is called as the standard free energy change. Standard free energy change measured at 1 atm pressure and 298 Kelvin, that is called as standard free energy change. See, to derive the relationship between standard free energy change and the equilibrium constant, I should have delta G naught value and Q value, reaction quotient. Delta G is equal to delta G naught plus RT ln Q, where Q is the reaction quotient and ln is natural logarithm to base E, and ln and the log are related as ln is equal to 2.303 log. From the mass I derived. So note down this relationship. Now, at equilibrium, delta G is 0, Q is K. Free energy change is 0 and the reaction quotient becomes the equilibrium constant. From this concept, sometimes question can be there in the competitive exam. At equilibrium, A. Standard free energy change is 0. No. B. Free energy change is 0. Yes. Now, substitute 0 is equal to delta G naught plus RT ln K. Wherever the Q is there, I wrote K. Or delta G naught is equal to minus RT ln K. But what about that? Ln is equal to 2.303 log. Substitute delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log K. I can write this as Kc also. I can write it as Kp also. If the equilibrium constant in the partial pressure, if the concentration done, I can write Kc also. So I am not writing anything here. So this is the formula. I can have this same in a little different also. You see, delta G naught is equal to minus RT into ln K. So ln K is equal to delta G naught divided by RT with a minus sign also I can have. Or K is equal to, I have to take the antilon, e to the power minus delta G naught by RT. This is also the relation only. K is equal to e to the power minus delta G naught by RT. This is the another equation for equilibrium constant and the standard free energy change. See, at two different temperature, equilibrium constant will be different because equilibrium constant will be affected by the temperature. So temperature dependent equilibrium constant relation is given by log K2 by K1 equilibrium constant is equal to EA by 2.303 R T2 minus T1 divided by T1 T2, where EA is activation energy, EA is the activation energy, note on this. And activation energy is assumed to be independent of temperature. Activation energy EA and EA assumed to be independent of temperature. Simple issue. There is one hill, there is and people are standing here, and the people wants to go to the other side. See, the person who is present here to go to this side, no vehicles are there, only climbing up the hill and coming down. That is a possibility. No one is lifting, just everyone should climb up and they should come here. So, can everyone present here move here? Say, a small baby is there of 1 year. No one is lifting, mother or father or relatives are not lifting them to the side. And the baby is, you say, there is a 4 years or 5 years baby, small child here. Can that child come over here? You can say the answer yes, because mother, father or the relative will take this child to this side. But what is it then? No one is lifting, no vehicles, they have to come over here. Oh, leave the baby. Maybe I am alone here, but I may not have the energy, sufficient energy to come up to here. I may not have eaten that day, so I may be very hungry. Then I may not have the energy to come over here. But what I say? To reach here, coming here and coming down is necessary. So, if a person has the ability to come up to here, then someone may knock him down and the person can reach here at least. Whether alive or not, that is a different case. But if the person present here has the energy to come over here, then definitely he can reach here, because another person who is coming behind him, he may push him down. So he will reach here. Dead body, that is a very different case. But he can reach over here. Now, see, I said I did not eat, so I did not have the energy. So, to come up to here, what should be there? I should be given some energy. For what reason? To activate me. That will be the activation energy. And see here, in the reaction also. This is reactant, you say. This is product. The reactant to give the product, they should have the minimum energy. This reacting molecule should have the minimum energy, and this minimum energy is called as ET, threshold energy. Minimum energy that the reactive molecule should possess. For what reason? To give the product upon collision, that is called as threshold energy and the ET. See, plenty of reactant molecules are there. See, plenty of reactant molecules are there. This is the energy of the, or average energy of the reactive molecule. And this cannot give the product because they are not crossing the threshold energy. So they should be supplied with the energy which is called as activation energy. The minimum extra energy that the reactive molecule should acquire. For what reason? To cross the threshold energy and give the product, that is called as activation energy. And unit for activation energy is joules per mole, because it's the energy only. High values are calculated as kilojoules per mole also. Definition: minimum energy that reactive molecule should acquire. For what reason? To cross the threshold energy and give the product, that is called as activation energy. Now, note down this problem now. Calculate the equilibrium constant for a reaction at equilibrium at 25 degrees Celsius. Equilibrium constant means I have to calculate the Kc value for a reaction at 25 degrees Celsius. T is given out 25 degrees Celsius, which should be converted to the Kelvin scale, which is 298 Kelvin. If standard free energy change is minus 60 kilojoules, delta G naught value is minus 60 kilojoules per mole. Here, many make a mistake. This kilo should be converted to joules. Minus 60 into 10 to the power 3 joules per mole. That is a must. This is the must. Now, delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log K. So, log Kc is equal to delta G naught by 2.303 RT with a minus. So, log Kc is equal to minus 60 into 10 over 3 divided by minus 2.303 into 8.314 into 298. And remember, R value of substitution should be 8.314 rather than 0.083. 8.314 you have to substitute. Okay, now calculation. Log of Kc is equal to, solving I get the value 0.0105. So it is 10.5 into 10 over 0 or 10.5 I am getting that. 10.5 I am going to get the log Kc. Or Kc is equal to anti-logarithm of 10.5. Kc is equal to, see, log 3 is 0.4771. Log 3 is 0.4771. Log 4 is 0.6020. See, I want to take the anti-logarithm for 0.500. Means my answer should be in the 3 point something, 3.0201 or 3.1 to 3.9 in this range. That also in the 3.2 or 3.3 ranges over there. 3162. 0.5 is anti-logarithm is 3162. Immediately after the first digit, put decimal and write it as powers of 10. This should be written as powers of 10. 3.162 into 10 over 10 is the answer for Kc. Next problem. Next problem. Same, but what I do is I will make it as plus 60 kilojoules per mole. Previous example I took it as minus 60 kilojoules per mole. Here I am taking plus 60 kilojoules per mole. Calculate the equilibrium constant again. Kc or Kp I have to get. If it is a gaseous, Kp always Kc. At equilibrium, okay, T is 25 degrees Celsius, which is equal to 298 Kelvin, already calculated. Delta G naught is equal to 60 into 10 over 3 joules per mole. Formula is delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log K. and the R value is 8.314 joules per Kelvin per mole. Substitute. 60 is equal to 60 into 10 over 3 is equal to minus 2.303 into 8.314 into 298 into log K or log Kc. Log Kc is equal to 60 into 10 over 3 divided by 2.303 into 8.314 into 298 with a minus sign. See, for the competitive exam, we can by this value because this will be always there. 8.314 into 2.303. That value can directly remember also for the competitive exam. One multiplication can avoid. We can remember as 19.1 etc. also directly for this problem. We get 0.015 105 into 10 over 3 with a minus sign. Now, which can be written as, you see, 1, 2, 3. 10.5 into 10 over minus 3 into 10 over plus 3. Get cancelled. So, 10.5 with a minus sign, log Kc. Now, Kc is equal to anti-logarithm of minus 10.5. What I said in the previous video. Anti-logarithm of the negative sign in with the infinity, so I cannot directly take. So, Kc is equal to anti-logarithm of minus 10.5 plus 1 minus 1 into. So, Kc is equal to anti-logarithm of bar 11. Minus 10 minus 1 is bar 11. Then, from the positive one, subtract 0.5, which is 0.5 only. So, anti-logarithm of the 0.5 of the take. So, Kc is equal to. Now, open the anti-logarithm page. 0.50 is 3162. 3162. Put the decimal immediately after the first digit and write this one as powers of 10. And this is the equation. This is the value for Kc. See, I did not get the previous answer. I got a different answer when this was positive. Next problem. Calculate the standard free energy change for a reaction at 25 degrees Celsius if the equilibrium constant is 2 into 10 to the minus 2. So, delta G naught you have to calculate. How you can calculate the standard free energy change. Temperature is 298 Kelvin because it was here. Add 273 for this. I have to calculate delta G naught. K value is 2 into 10 over minus 2. Formula is delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 RT log K. So, substitute. Delta G naught is equal to minus 2.303 into 8.314 into 298 into log of 2 into 10 over minus 2. Delta G naught is equal to, calculate values, minus 5705.84. Then log of 2 into 10 over minus 2. Here, this is in the form of log AB. So, delta G naught is equal to minus 5705.84 whole into log AB is log A plus log B. Log of 2 plus log of 10 over minus 2. So, minus 5005.84. Then log 2 is 0.3010. You just get the value. Plus, this is in the form of log a to the power n. Log a to the power n is equal to n log a. Log ab is log a plus log b. This relation you have to know. So log a to the power n is 10 log a. So minus 2 log 10. So is equal to minus 5005.84 0.3010 plus minus 2 log 10. Log 10 is 1. So minus 2. So get the values now. This becomes minus 2 only. Next to plus minus 2 is minus 2 only. Now get the value and finally write down joules per mole as the answer unit. This is how to calculate it.